Hello, saya JESLINE NELAVIA, anak John BOSCO.
Hi, I'm Priya here.
Hello sir, my name is IB.
Hi sir, my name is Rachel and I'm not from you.
Hi, my name is DUSHONA SANJEEVANI SARAVANAN.
So now I will explain about equipment component for the valve, pipe, fitting and seal. There are many types of valve, which is ball valve, plug valve, gate valve, globe valve, check valve, relay valve, control valve, safety valve, needle valve and butterfly valve. But I will only choose one type of valve, which is globe valve, to be explained. For globe valve, there are 11 components in it, namely hand wheel, yoke sleeve, gland flange, gland eyeball, bonnet bolt, body, bonnet, seat, stem, and seat ring. As for the pipe, there are two types of pipe, which is metal and non-metal pipe. Example for metal pipes are galvanic steel and iron pipe. Meanwhile, example for non-metal pipes are plastic and concrete pipes. Apart from pipe, different piping fittings components are used in a piping system. Each component has a different function and location in the piping system as per the requirement, which is elbow, T, reducers, couplings, and switch nipples. As for the seal, there are two types of seal, which is static seal and dynamic seal. Example for static seal is gasket. Inside the gasket, there are three parts, which is winding, inner ring, and outer ring. Lastly, example for dynamic seal is mechanical seal. Inside the mechanical seal, there are components namely rotating primary ring, stainless steel spring, elastomer bellows, stationary mating ring with elastomer cups or O-ring and elastomers bellows.
So I'm going to explain about the functions of these equipment. Okay, so now we have valve. We chose globe valve. The main function of a globe valve is to start, stop, or regulate the flow. As the globe valve opens, the disc moves upwards, allowing the fluid to flow proportionally. In an open position, the valve stem rises and pops out at the top. Globe valve is normally used in smaller sizes, mostly in 12 inches or less in inches. Okay, so next we have pipe. A pipe can be defined as a tube made of metal, plastic, wood, concrete, or fiberglass. Pipes are used to carry liquids, gases, slurries, or fine particles. It can also be visualized as a temporary connection between two or more commands, programs, or process. Okay, so now we have fitting. A fitting or adapter is used in pipe systems to connect straight sections of pipe or tube, adapt to different sizes, shapes, and for other purposes such as regulating or measuring fluid flow. Okay, next, seal. For mechanical seals, the function are devices that used to provide a seal at the point of entry or exit of a rotating shaft. Typically, it is used to prevent the leakage of one high-pressure fluid into a low-pressure fluid.
There are many principal operations of valve. One of them is the principal operation of globe valve. A globe valve is primarily designed to stop, start, and regulate flow. It is comprised of a movable disc and a stationary ring seat in a generally spherical body. The seat of a globe valve is in the middle of and parallel to the pipe, and the opening in the seat is closed off with the disc. When the handle is turned, manually or through an attractor, a disc is lowered or raised by means of the valve stem. When the disc is fully lowered, the fluid flow is shut off. When the disc is fully raised, the fluid flow is at its maximum rate. When the disc is in rest to less than maximum level, the fluid flow is regulated with proportion to the vertical travel of the disc. Principal operation of pipe. There are two types of pipe. One of them is metal and non-metal. Principal operation of metal pipe for galvanized steel. Galvanization or galvanizing is the process of applying a protective zinc coating to steel or iron to prevent rusting. The most common method is hot dip galvanizing, in which the parts are submerged in a bath of molten hot zinc. The principal operation of non-metal pipe for plastic. PVC pipe are manufactured by extraction of raw material PVC and generally follow the steps of typical pipe extrusion operations: fitting of raw material pellets or powder into the PVC twin screw extruder, melting and heating in multiple extruder zone, extruding through a die to shape into a pipe. There are many principal operations for pipe fittings. One of them is couplings. Principal operation of pipe fittings for coupling is a mechanical element part that connects two shafts together to accurately transmit the power from the drive side to the driven side while resolving the mounting error. Principal operation of seal. There are two types of seal. One of them is mechanical seal. So for the principal operation of mechanical seal through sealing points, the primary seal is essentially a spring-loaded vertical bearing consisting of two extremely flat faces, one fixed, one rotating, running against each other. The seal faces are pushed together using a combination of hydraulic force from the seal fluid and spring force from the seal design.
Next, I would like to explain about the application. There are many applications of valve. The valve is applicated in water and sewage processing, mining, power generation, processing of oil, gas and petroleum, food and beverage manufacturing, chemical and plastic manufacturing, washing machines and dishwashers, and hot water system. There are the example picture of application of valve. The application of pipe is in oil industry, water and gas pipelines, sewage treatment system, construction industry, chemical industry, automotive industry, refrigeration industry, fabrication and manufacturing. The application of fitting is in animal enclosures, furniture, shelving, treasure booth structures, exercise equipment, vertical racks, solar panel supports and racking system, graphics display support structures, and marine equipment. The application of seal is in textile manufacturing, die casters, cheese manufacturing, farm and agricultural equipment, printers in publishing industry, concrete pumping, automobile industry, cars and light vehicles.
Now we are going to see what are the advantages and disadvantages of each equipment. So the advantages of a valve is can be fast acting, precise control, and also can be used in high pressure system. The disadvantages of valve is high head loss and large opening for disc assembly, and it's heavier and it also cantilever mounting to the disc to the stem, and it's also low coefficient of flow. The advantages and disadvantages of pipes. So the pipes has categorized in two types, which is non-metal and metal. So the advantages of metal pipe, which is galvanized steel, is low cost component and it's also rated to high pressure and it's established technology. So the disadvantages of metal pipe for galvanized steel is labor intensive, corrosion problems and prone to leaks, and it's also costly to repair and safety concern, and it's not easily to modify. The advantages of non-metal pipes, which is plastic, is low cost component and it's also resistant to corrosion and it's lightweight. So the disadvantages of non-metal pipe is labor intensive, prone to leaks, costly to repair, and incompatibility issues, and also safety concerns. So the advantages and disadvantages of fittings. So advantages of fittings is actually can be used in a place of treated fittings. So the risk of leakage is much smaller and no need to be welded for weld preparation, and they cannot be penetrate the bore of the pipe. So the disadvantages of fitting are unacceptable for UHP pressure in a food industry applications because they do not permit full penetration and leaves overlaps and surfaces that are very difficult to clean and also creating virtual leaks. Advantages and disadvantages of seal. So advantages of seal is handle a wide range of liquids such as acid, salts, and also rough particles, and it's also long working life. Mechanical seal handle marginally miselegant and also non-concentric. So the operation of does not bring out the shaft wear and the shaft condition is not basic. Disadvantages of seal, it requires more space than outspread lip seal. A mechanical seal cannot normally deal with pivotal and plate, and the sealing countenances must be done smooth and also can get effectively harmed. High beginning expense.
Okay, so now maintenance activities for valve are keep the clean of valve, routine inspections, schedule shutdown maintenance, lubricate the valves, refurbishment and modification of existing and old components.
The maintenance activity for pipe and fittings is worn out gasket in pipeline joints should be replaced periodically before they become brittle, deform or lose their shape permanently. Second, during preventive maintenance inspection, distressed cracks on wall and footings near the pipe anchors will indicate improper layout with regard to thermal expansion. Check for the support of the pipelines, whether they firm or if they are dislodged from their installed position. Check if vibration expansion caused by the process equipment like homogenizer, pasteurer are prevented from being carried onto pipelines connected to them. Check if any modification done like expansion, shifting of equipment are not affecting the pipeline installation and properly supported and connected without any stresses.
Lastly is maintenance activity for seal. Before installing a seal catch and seal, cleaning is required to keep contaminants out of the reducer. Do not attempt to reuse a seal catch that is bent, distorted, or scored. Maintenance for mechanical seal replacement identifies the different types of input and output shaft reducers, describes how to replace a reducer seals, distinguish a different type of reducer, ratings, and lists the step of overhaul a reducer.